Hello everyone, and thank you for tuning into the North Main Minute. I'm Joshua Doby. I'm going to touch on what I know is just blaring through all of our news outlets and online information news data sources right now. And I'm going to start with a single word. You know what I'm talking about when I do it: tariffs. Now, I'm going to start with a little bit of a definition on tariffs, just to make sure that everybody's aware of what they are. Essentially, tariffs are taxes or fees imposed on imports into a certain country. Here we're talking about the U.S. Relative to tariffs. So it's a tax or a fee on certain things coming from certain countries that are coming into the U.S. And they are imposed for any number of reasons. For example, just a little FYI as well, background very quick, we have tariffs going on all the time. It's not like we never had them or we just started them now. We have tariffs going on. They ebb and flow in terms of their intensity and the amounts that are out there. We have had them going on for decades, literally. So this is not a new idea, but I understand that it's hitting the news waves and all of those kinds of things. So first, the definition, understanding what they are. Two, as you hear me say with any number of things that are really emotionally charged, which it seems like these are right now, take a deep breath. Do your research. Understand what they are. What are the tariffs involved? What actually are they imposed against? Are they against everything? Almost never. But what things are they structured against? And also, and the reason why we encourage folks to take a deep breath and a little bit of a pause, understand that this, when we come to tariffs, usually is a negotiating tactic. It is, for any number of reasons. That it's used as a means of forcing a discussion, usually that folks aren't willing to have ahead of time, in order to be able to get to some larger issues. And actually, even as of the time of this recording, with regards to the most recent tariffs, we're seeing that, where the countries that have had tariffs imposed against them, literally within a day or two or three, are coming to the table to negotiate on some larger things. So that's a very common way for that kind of thing to happen. When there is extrapolation, and this is the other side of that coin, when there's extrapolation that because of this tariff, fill in the blank, things are going to be completely unaffordable, no way that we're going to continue to function as a country. Again, folks, please just take a deep breath. I understand it's an emotionally charged kind of thing, but recognize that thinking in a straight line, meaning just the assumption that this tariff is going to be in place forever, would be ill-advised, because they simply don't work that way and haven't worked that way in this country. So make sure that you're doing your research. Third thing when it comes to tariffs as well, identify what the science is saying is actually going to be the economic impact. And you want to take a look at several different sources. That's good with any kind of science. You want to take a look at and study various sources of data and information about what that's going to be, and then hear from companies themselves. I know the markets pull back very quickly. The markets are anticipatory whenever we hear things like tariffs being imposed, and they start to look at companies and industries that they think are going to be affected the most. But again, the markets are anticipatory, so they're making some assumptions, and again, thinking in straight lines. So make sure that you understand what is actually going to be impacted, and then also understand, okay, well, will our sentiment change if those tariffs are adjusted or even go away? So just stay on top of it. Again, I know it's emotional and it's certainly pulsing through all of the airwaves right now, but as with so many things, it's always important to do your research and then to make sure you're looking objectively at the facts, especially when it comes to your financial plan. If you'd like to reach out to us at North Main Financial Group, perhaps talk about tariffs. What are the impacts? What do we see that are out there? Are they going to be an impact to your portfolio? Maybe in the short term, but is it going to be the long-term kind of thing? We'd love to chat with you. NorthMainFinancial.com.